So my name is Richie Gutierrez, and I'm going to talk about my parents separating and how it affected my life. I remember being like a sophomore in high school. It was like October, and then my parents sat us down. I have three sisters, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna separate. You're gonna be moving out soon." And I was like, "Okay, I don't care, whatever." So then Halloween came. We always throw a party every year. So I remember my dad didn't show up, and I was like, I still didn't care, you know. So then like the year was about to end in school, like it was like June something, like school was already almost out, and we go on vacation to Vegas every year. And I came home, and like all of his stuff was like in a box, and he was moving to his car, and I was like, okay. So I just saw stuff like leave, and then my mom was inside sitting down, and she was really mad or whatever, but I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna think about it. So then he just like left and didn't really say anything, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. So summer went on, whatever. I was kind of like, oh, well, he doesn't want to come out anymore. That's his problem. Like, I don't really care. So then school started again, and then he called me and was like, oh, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna take you shopping or whatever you need for school. And I was like, okay. So I went with him, and then he kind of like talked to me like, oh, this is what happened. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, like why? So I felt like alone kind of. So I got kind of like depressed. So they like enrolled me in all these counseling classes. So I went to them, and then I was like, okay, well, feel fine now. So kind of like, he was like, well, I just need you to like be the man of the house, like help your mom, and blah. And I was like, okay, but you could have done that. So I kind of got mad at him and like resented everything that had happened. But then in the end, like I know like nothing's gonna last forever, and people do change. So I was like, okay, well, I guess how I'm gonna change my ways and help out, like he said, to do finish school. So I did, and then I graduated high school, I got a job, and it's fine now. That's it.